up, party people? It's MC Popsicle. I'm in space right now. I got abducted. These aliens keep saying I'm the most handsome DJ in the universe. Can't argue with that. But I'm gonna try to get out of here, but this reminds me of the best and most slept on alien movie called Fire in the Sky. And it's based on a true story. Check it out. What's up, party people, and welcome to a new episode of Weird Movies with MC Popsicle. I know I talk about a lot of movies that I don't like, so today I'm going to give a positive review. It's about a movie called Fire in the Sky. It's really, really good, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about it. So, it's based on a true story. So, I'm going to tell you how it differs from the actual story. But first, I'm just going to tell you about the movie. It starts in 1975 in a place called Snowflake, Arizona. There are a bunch of woodsmen, they cut down trees and stuff, like lumberjacks, and they're doing their lumberjack thing in the woods, and then they see this weird light up in the sky, and they say they see a UFO. So there's this guy named Travis Walton, and he's one of them, and he goes to investigate. The other guys run away, which I would do also, but they see Travis as he's walking up, and this big light hits him through the chest and blast him on the ground. So they all freak out and run away. Fair enough. So they're riding down the mountain in their truck, freaking out, and they eventually start feeling bad. So they turn around, try to go find him, but he's gone. So they don't know what to do. So they go down into the city, go to the police, and tell them what happened. Obviously, nobody believes them. So they are really upset, try to tell everybody they can, and nobody believes them. They actually end up getting in trouble, and they're become on trial for murder, all of them. So, the little town's freaking out. They still can't find the guy. They have, the biggest search party ever in that part of the world. And everybody's looking for him for, days, and nobody can find him. Meanwhile, all these guys believe they're telling the truth. So they agree to take a polygraph test. They take the polygraph test, and it says they're telling the truth. Every single one of them, it says they're telling the truth, except for one guy that's really nervous, and it came out that it couldn't be read one way or the other. So after the polygraph test, everybody's that's weird, and they still can't find the guy. So everybody starts to kind of change their story after they agreed to take the polygraph test. So they keep looking for him. They're still the only suspects that there are. So about, I think 5 days into it, they find Travis Walton, and they find him states away, and he's in the middle of the desert, and he's naked and freaking out and convulsing and stuff. So they get him and then take him to the hospital, and they do all these tests on him, and he hasn't eaten anything, he hasn't drank anything, nothing. So he verifies their story and says that they're telling the truth. And so obviously there's not a murder investigation anymore, and Travis adds on to the story, and he says that he's abducted, and he wakes up and he's in this kind of cocoon looking thing, he has like tubes in him and stuff like that, like going down his throat. So like pulls the tubes out and breaks through this like silica gel kind of stuff and gets out and starts running away. So, but the aliens catch him and they're like 3 feet tall and they're really ugly. They look kind of like grays, and they capture him again and then like lock him into this machine, and the machine's like a needle and it's like going into his eye, and they're like they have his eyes like held open and have shoved more tubes inside him and stuff, and then he just wakes up and he's back on Earth after they've done like the experiments on him. So like that's basically where the movie ends, but they changed it from the real story. All of that stuff I just said actually happened, like as far as like the police reports, missing person, the search parties, the like murder investigation, all those things actually happened. Like I can't say whether aliens did it or whatever, but everything actually happened. He was missing, they found him. He said, what he said was a little different. He said that he woke up laying on a table and there were 3 aliens surrounding him doing some kind of like surgery on him. So he freaks out, wakes up, grabs like a glass cylinder that's around and like fights them off. And he gets away from them and goes into just a bunch of different rooms. There's a bunch of rooms inside the UFO. So he goes in one room and there's just like a chair and there's like a like lever. So he sits in the chair, pulls the lever, and he can see like all the stars and stuff above him. And by pulling the lever, he can change what part of the constellations and stuff that he's looking at. And so he thinks that's some sort of map. And then he finds another room and there's an alien with something on. He said it looked like overalls and he was like more humanoid looking, but he had like a glass helmet on. And he said that that alien helped him find another room and like comforted him and like put a breathing mask on his face and said that he was gonna send him home and it was gonna be fine. And then he started blacking out once they put the thing on his face, and then he woke up back on Earth. But it's a really, really good movie. Like anybody that likes that kind of stuff, anybody that likes like true crime kind of stuff, you should watch this. It's really cool and it's based in real stuff. I think aliens are real. Like, I don't know if they're actually real, obviously. Like, I don't know that they would be like humanoid or like the ones that are on t-shirts and stuff like that, like the grays and stuff like that. We may not even be able to recognize them as life. So, like, but I do believe like the universe is so big, there's gotta be something out there. But I don't know if this is true or not, but it's a really interesting story. So y'all should watch Fire in the Sky if you get time, or just look up the Travis Walton story. It's amazing and you guys should watch it. Also, this video was brought to you by nerdanaddicts.com. It's an amazing comic book company. They're gonna make my comic book, so check them out. I'm gonna do some more videos soon. So let me know if you believe in aliens or what you think about it, and leave some comments, share, and thanks again for watching Weird Movies, and I'll see you around. Let it bang.